Had things like money doesn't grow on trees, we can't afford that, stop being too greedy. Most of us don't even feel worthy of riches. Stop feeling guilty for wanting more, for wanting better. Be the adult that your inner child needed. Create a budget for structure. Start saving for the sake of your future. Forgive yourself for instances where poverty took away your dignity. My everything flow like a river. Protect my energy from your bad era. Come on, go and sit down. Feeling vibes on vibes. You freaking dynamite. Hey, you know if you kill my vibe. Hey guys, welcome back to yet another YouTube video. Welcome back to my channel. This is a place where we talk about money, saving, budgeting, investing, anything to do with having a life of financial freedom. You are gonna find us talking about it. I also talk about things to do with being an international student in Australia. So if those are things that you like hearing about, subscribe. I don't know what you're waiting for. Just go check if you're subscribed and hit the subscribe button, comment, share this, and hit the notification button so you don't miss any of our videos. Because yeah, today I'm a bit psyched up. Anyway, as the video title says, we are going to be talking about financial trauma, healing our financial trauma, because most of us struggle with this. Most of us have grown in scarce environments, and it usually determines sometimes how we behave towards money. So do you feel yourself feeling anxious to check your bank account whenever you get paid? You pay everyone else so fast and your account remains with literally the least amount of money? Do you also feel guilty when you're spending on yourself or when you're spending on someone? Do you equate rest with laziness and shame? Do you avoid money conversations because they trigger you, they stress you? You are feeling guilty about talking about money. It's shameful talking about money. Most of us never even really talk about how much we're getting paid. Whenever someone asks you how much you're getting paid, we literally feel threatened, like that person is trying to come for your job. Why? We need to normalize financial conversations, and that is the whole point of this channel. And so if you're struggling with some of these thoughts, you don't want to log in your money account, you're overspending, you're feeling guilty, you don't like talking about money, you probably struggling with financial trauma. And yeah, we'll just be unpacking that in this video, so let's get right into it. So, our relationship with money stems from our interactions with money at a younger age, and you don't have to grow up in poverty to have financial trauma. There are people who have grown up in riches, but they have financial trauma. They're anxious. Maybe they were given credit cards, but with a limit. They were not allowed to buy certain things. So, you don't have to grow up poor to have financial trauma. Most of us don't even feel worthy of riches despite working so hard. And this is because of the thoughts that you've grown up with that have gotten into your nervous system, and now they affect how you act and how you interact with money. For instance, let's say you grew around your parents and they were fighting about bills. You might have equated money with conflict. Let's say you had things like money doesn't grow on trees, we can't afford that, stop being too greedy, money is evil, the rich people are evil, you have to work twice as hard for you to survive, you don't need to be so ambitious and so greedy, rich people are greedy. You might have grown around all these things, and every time maybe you asked for something, you were told there isn't enough money, we don't have money, we don't have money. So that thing keeps ringing in your head and it becomes part of you. The crazy thing is, that's just your survival mechanism. It's not a universal truth. Just because you were told there is no money, money doesn't grow on trees, that doesn't mean that it's true. So I need you to ask yourself, like, what statements did you hear your parents say to you? How did you grow up with money? Was there enough money? Did you guys have conversations about money? I need you to learn about this, because that's how you get to understand if you have any financial traumas and how you can handle them. Ask yourself things like, do you feel guilty spending on yourself? Do you feel comfortable talking about money with others? Do you hate your bills? Do you look at your bills and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to pay this? Do you look at money as a tool, or do you look at money as something that you have to work so hard to earn? These are some of the beliefs that you might not know, but are really affecting how you interact with money. Here are a few strategies on how to heal. First of all is acknowledge your story. Did you grow up around scarcity? Did you grow up around poverty? Did you grow up around abundance? Did you grow up with parents parents who were abundantly talking about money, or did you grow up with parents who like kept telling you there isn't anything? So acknowledge your story, and that is how you'll start seeing your patterns. That is how you'll start seeing how you interact with money. Do you look at budgeting as a restraint, or do you look at it as a way of structuring your finances? Do you look at your bills as I hate my bills, or do you look at them and be like, I'm grateful for the ability to pay my bills? You need to replace old habits and old beliefs with new beliefs. Stop saying I'm really bad with money, I'm always broke. Say I'm beginning to handle my money with confidence. Stop saying I hate my bills. Start saying I'm grateful for the ability to even be in a position to pay my bills. Because if you keep saying you hate it, obviously that's the energy you're putting out. But one thing that really heals your money traumas is being from a point of gratitude. And a point of gratitude allows you to see that there's enough in the world, and there's no need to like hate this, because there's enough. I have enough in the world to pay for whatever needs to be paid, even if you don't have enough at that moment. But that's how you start rewiring your brain. The other thing is stop feeling guilty for wanting more, for wanting better, for wanting stability, for wanting peace. Stop feeling guilty about it. Talk about it. Affirm yourself that, yeah, I want to make more money. Yeah, I want a better job. Yeah, I want to be better with my money. Don't be afraid of wanting more, and don't feel bad for wanting more. Sometimes you can be around people who are just they don't see, they're not able to wrap their minds around how big your dreams are. So sometimes you might find yourself like, maybe you tell them something and they're just like negative, or they're like, that's too expensive, or that's too big. You don't need to tell anyone what you're thinking. You just need to change your old beliefs in from scarcity to abundance, because yeah, guys, there's enough to go around for everyone. The other one is separate your worth from your wealth. Financial status doesn't equate to self-worth. Stop feeling like worthless just because you don't have money, or maybe you're in debt and now you're like, I don't feel valuable because I'm in debt. I will feel valuable when I have money in my account. Unfortunately, somehow that is how our society is set up, but you need to snap yourself out of it and be like, I am worthy, I am valuable despite not having millions of money in my account. And when you see yourself like that, you will even be able to put yourself in a position to make more money. But if you feel worthless, if you feel unvaluable, you will just continue spiraling in that direction, guys. Whatever you give energy to expands. So start believing that you're valuable no matter what, no matter whether you have debt or you don't have money. And that's how even opportunities start locating you, because you're radiating a good energy, you're radiating a good frequency. You're showing the universe that whether I have money or not, I am good. And when I get the money, I'll appreciate it more, you know? You're not less valuable just because you grew up poor, or you didn't go to an Ivy League school, or you didn't hang out with the who's and the who's. Like, anyone can recreate their future as long as they have a strong mind. The other thing is, and it's very important, is reparent your inner child. Forgive yourself for instances where poverty took away your dignity. Like maybe you were young and maybe you guys didn't have food, or you didn't have basic necessities, and maybe you had to go and borrow from a certain shop, or you had to take out debt, or you had to stay in a bad relationship or a bad situation where someone was treating you badly just so that you can survive, or you were in a relationship because of convenience. So you need to reparent your inner child, and you need to forgive yourself for the instances that poverty took away your dignity. Because trust me, I know poverty is crazy. It takes away your dignity. You're not able to dress well, eat well, sleep well. You're not peaceful. You're not in a place of peace of mind, and create safety and structure. Be the adult that your inner child needed. Create a budget for structure. Start saving for the sake of your future, for the sake of tomorrow, for the sake of handling emergencies, for the sake of avoiding embarrassment. Celebrate your small wins. Yeah, be the stable caring adult that your inner child needed. Okay. The other one is educate yourself like crazy. Education removes fear and brings clarity. And once you have clarity, you become empowered. So you need to learn about budgeting, you need to learn about saving, you need to learn about investing, you need to learn about passive income. You see, when you learn these things, you stop fearing. You stop being like, oh my God, I can't go into the stock market because I don't know how it works and I don't want to lose all my money. But once you educate yourself how treasury bonds work, how ETFs work, you're like, it's actually something that I can do for myself. It's not even that hard. Educating yourself allows you to wrap your mind around big numbers. Like, for instance, when I was reading the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, I was flabbergasted because of the way the numbers were big. I couldn't believe that people actually make such money. But when you see others are doing it, you even allow your brain to wrap itself around such numbers. You're like, wow, if they can do it, probably I can do it too. If I find the opportunity, I can actually make thousands of dollars. I can make millions of dollars. That's how you start believing in yourself. Empower yourself with information, find books to read. And the good thing is, financial principles, the ones that were working a long time ago, are still working right now. Things like saving at least 10% of your income, living below your means, avoiding lifestyle inflation, budgeting, automating your investment. Those things are things that are still working till now. So find books that you can enjoy on finance and find channels that you can enjoy on finance like this one. I assure you, you can learn everything you need to learn about investing by just watching this channel. So kindly subscribe and watch all our playlists because they really have a lot of gems. So healing financial trauma is not a one-time event. It's a process of unlearning things that you've learned since you were a child. It's realizing that money doesn't make you unsafe. It gives you options. It's realizing that rest is not lazy, it's necessary. And that you don't have to struggle to prove your worth or have millions in the bank for you to be valuable. So the more you heal, the more you create, and the more money flows to you in alignment. So if you're on that journey, I'm proud of you. And don't worry if sometimes it feels like you're not making any progress. Just keep affirming yourself every day that you are moving towards progress. Keep challenging your negative thoughts. Keep challenging the negative things that you had growing up. Keep challenging the guilt that you feel when you're trying to spoil yourself and those bad thoughts are trying to creep in, because I know, trust me, it's very hard. Don't feel guilty for buying yourself some shoes. Don't just pay everyone else when you get paid. Let the money sit in your account. Let the money marinate. This teaches you that, yeah, I can actually have big amounts of money and they can actually stay in my account. Money does not just pass through me, it stays with me. So, guys, those are just some of the things that you need to do to challenge your scarcity mindset into an abundant one. And yeah, it's a journey. So, guys, if you're on that journey, kindly subscribe, comment, share this to everyone who's trying to upgrade their money mindset. And don't forget to hit the notification button so you don't miss another episode. And I will see you next time. Bye.